At a quiet café one afternoon, Peter had only intended to order a coffee, but fate had other plans. Across the room sat Susan, a woman whose charm seemed effortless. Struck by an impulse, Peter struck up a conversation. Despite Susan being a wealthy heiress, used to countless admirers, she found herself intrigued by this ordinary-looking man. Their talk sparked a connection, but duty called. Susan, a nurse at a nearby hospital, had to leave. At the cafe door, their parting was heavy with unspoken emotion. Peter, gathering courage, confessed a thought that made Susan laugh. But the brief encounter left both yearning for more. Just as Susan turned to be brave, she noticed Peter hadn't left. A sudden distraction, a car starting, thrust Peter into danger, separating them again. Susan's father, Carl, a billionaire about to celebrate his 65th birthday, felt restless in recent days. A mysterious voice had begun whispering in his ears. That evening, at the family's grand dinner, the voice grew insistent, compelled. Carl went to his study and found a shadowy figure emerging from behind a bookshelf. The figure, claiming to be the Grim Reaper, spoke of life, death, and the allure of human existence. Intrigued by Carl's legendary life, the Reaper proposed an agreement. If Carl could show him the depths of human experience, his life would be extended, but the Reaper's true identity must remain secret. Carl agreed, unaware that the Reaper's current host had just crossed paths with his daughter. At dinner, Carl introduced family members and business associates, carefully calling the Reaper Jack. A close family friend, to Jack, everything human was fascinating. Yet subtle unease grew among those around him, especially David, Susan's boyfriend, who noticed Jack's unusual behavior. When Susan returned from work, her heart skipped. Jack sat at the family table, calm and enigmatic. Carl, sensing the tension, quietly inquired about their connection. Jack explained that he had only briefly met Susan before. Easing Carl's worries, left alone, Jack began exploring life as a human. A bite of peanut butter in the kitchen opened his senses to the pleasures of mortality, and soon he found Susan swimming by the pool. The warmth and mystery of that first cafe encounter surged back, leaving her heart fluttering. The next morning, Jack continued shadowing Carl, learning about the human world. Yet the pull towards Susan remained irresistible. Ignoring Carl's instructions to observe, Jack rushed to the hospital to see her. There, they encountered a frail, elderly patient suffering from cancer. Jack, moved by her pain, comforted her with gentle words, easing her suffering without bending the natural laws of life. This act of compassion left an unexpected mark on his immortal heart. That evening, at the family dinner, Jack's warmth towards Susan reignited tension with her boyfriend, David. Unable to tolerate Jack's presence, David ended the relationship. But when Susan turned away, Jack appeared before her. The spark between them, born from fleeting glances and fate's twists, now burned fiercely. Overwhelmed, Jack excused himself, but Susan's heart had already chosen. Courageously, she confessed to her father that she had ended her relationship, and that she had fallen deeply in love with another man. Unaware, her father still did not know the truth. In this collision of fate, love, and the mortal world's delicate fragility, Peter, Jack's human host, began an extraordinary journey to understand the depth of life. While Susan's heart followed the pull of destiny, title Meet Joe Black,